Alright, it's way harder to kill as a Planeswalker. Alright, here we go. This is the moment you waited for. Alright, we definitely need to get rid of Shelly. Like, this is, like, come on, it's Shelly. Alright, we are melding. Don't you dare. You are a bad person and you know about it. You absolutely know about it. Please, stop. I'm having fun with my Urza and please don't, spoil the fun. Good. This is our win con. So... Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we'll be melding because we are playing Ezrim with Urza, Lord Protector that will transform a lot today. And you will see Urza the Planeswalker in full glory in multiple games, and I'll tell you man, they don't even scoop to this anymore, alright? So we will showcase, all the abilities and how insanely terrifying this Planeswalker is. So the cool part about this deck, with Thran Spider, Mightstone and Weakstone, you can actually create so much mana that first, transforming Urza is not a problem, and Mightstone and Weakstone usually lingers in the battlefield, so just play Urza, you instantly transform, so moment they tap, they have this in the board, and they don't like it. However, even if you miss the whole game plan, you can still use all of this mana for Fomori Vaults, Fountainports, so the deck is very cool, I think you will like it. Let's go into the games. However, before we go there, the absolute legend for today, of course, Matt Spradlin, the man, the myth, the legend. I really appreciate your support, man. I think you got a very cool deck for today. I honestly loved melding Urza so much with this one. It's probably my favorite deck of this type so far. So I hope you enjoy it, man. And thank you for supporting the channel and making, content like this possible. So, yeah, that's it. Let's go into the games and enjoy some absolutely epic magic. I think I want to go for Demolition Field because every time they tap, now I can get rid of their Demolition Field, which will make our Fountainports better. We ramp them, but if they cast something for 3 mana, they probably cannot cast something for 1. Let's not do it now. Oh, I need to make a stop. I think I was quick enough, right? I think if you don't make a stop, it goes to their turn. Alright, now we go Demolition Field. Because Fountainports are a big part of the strategy, so I actually don't want Demolition Fields in the board. It also makes my draws better, but it also makes my opponent's draws better. Let's go for white mana, I guess. We have so many islands that we can go like this, I think. Alright, we solved one of the small problems. Let's see the big ones. Alright, 5 cards. This probably is the Urza's command turn. We could go Beza, but the value is so small it's not worth it. Like, the life gain doesn't matter in this matchup. 4-5 is good, but they will probably just go for the throat. And they know about Urza's command, however, they probably cannot counterspell 2 times. Unless they have double Phantom Interference, in which case that will be amazing for them. It will be legit amazing. I expect a counterspell for this. I think they actually have double Phantom Interference. Alright, they don't. This is huge. If we can resolve Mightstone and the Weakstone, we are absolutely fine here. Like, this value is insane already. Alright, and see, with things like Fomori, we basically ensure that we always get the value, and we can even make a token of this. And yeah, draw even more. Oh, this should be Fomori, my bad. I just forgot about it immediately after saying, that we need to do it. Still, I think we'll go with the Mightstone. Dimir cannot really resolve, do anything about it. And we have Negate. So this way, even though this could be a removal, I think with new cards we should be absolutely fine. So if they counter it, they don't really gain anything. Except, denying 2 cards, but the old one is still in the board. And now we have Negate. Alright, so now we need to be defensive. We need to endure this turn. It can be scary. And I'm not sure if that's like Breach deck or something. What is their win con? Well, I think I know what is their win con. However, they don't know about the Negate. They tapped fully, so now they need to main phase something. They will get... This is their turn. They need to win on this turn. They need to do something scary like Robber for 5 or, Double Jace is not good enough. This is kinda scary. Not gonna lie, this is kinda scary. Alright. So what is the answer? I mean, we actually have answers. So let's go for Fomori Vault. We don't have too many artifacts yet. What are the creatures? Man, nobody played creatures! Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. That means we don't need to do anything. We can just keep cycling cards at the end step. Then we start with Fountainport to get more artifacts. Well, this is a good draw. Instantly just answering our, thing. But I will still cycle one card. It's fine. Good tap. Alright. Let's not discard a creature, alright? Sunfall is not the war. Oh man, I really want to discard. Let's go with the Sunfall. I might so regret this. But I hope we can counterspell. Even though the card is worse, we still got one card further into the deck. I actually need so much blue mana for double counterspell potentially. And we still have enough to counterspell. Yep. So they need to resolve a creature somehow. And I think oh man, this is such a good draw. But we don't use it unless we have to. And this is why we got rid of the Demolition Field earlier. Right, so when I see a creature in the graveyard, then I kill Virtue, but not until then. We have enough counterspells to ensure that our game plan wins. I'm not sure if we go for fish to start the damage or just go for troll. I think we go for the fish. Like, this is actually super good. And we can start stacking some damage. Oh man. Those draws are actually super good. And let the clock start. Even though it seems, slow, if you can get to like 3 fish, it's actually stacking very quickly. No damage, no creatures. They need to make sure that there is a creature in the graveyard. Reef, alright. Might be a bit of a problem. But I think we just keep making fish. And then we get... So the point is, I want to get rid of Beza, but I cannot because of the Virtue. And I guess I won't be cycling cards. Okay, I think I have an idea how to do it. So when they cast something, we counter spell with drawing cards, then we discard Beza, then we kill this. All in one go. Basically, Get Lost will resolve first. And the damage is starting to stack. Maybe we can even force them to defend. Like, this is actually going, faster and faster every turn. At some point they might be forced to play a sweeper. If they go Reef, I actually am fine with it. It's not quick enough and it costs them so much mana. Oh, they will try to mill a creature. That's so cute. I mean, this is a good strategy. Let's see. But we don't have too many, so I don't... Oh, right, they got a spider. They got a spider, or at least they think they got. Alright, and we can, with 3 counterspells, we can ensure that whatever happens, it goes through. 4 damage. I still want the Fountainport for more aggressive fish. Alright. First we start with this one. Even though the Reef is still here, I want to get rid of the Virtue. If they counterspell, we start counterspelling ourselves. Good. Now we go more fish. We could draw cards, but I don't think we want to. That also means we can start using Beza. Because our account... Like, moment. We attack first, right? With all but 1 fish. Sorry, my mind is all over the place because I have display, I have Beza, I have those Fountainports and, a fish, and I have counterspells thinking about copying stuff. So I actually have so many game plans and I'm trying to choose the one that will work the best. Alright, this should be... you guys want Urza, right? Is that the best play? Probably not, to be honest. Because we need to tap, 10 mana in total. 3 here. And 5 for the Mightstone, right? So we have only 2 mana after this. It's not yet, all right? It's not yet. We will go with Beza here, and that has to be enough. So we will go with Beza, then we'll go with Treasure Token at the end step, and then we go with Urza, Meld, and have some fun. Alright, alright. I think we're kinda doing it. This will also eat removal, probably. And you can see that the damage starts to stack very quickly. If they kill it, that's great. That normally would go to Beza. Alright. We can also use the bird. Sure. We could get so much more value, but we don't want value. We want to make sure that those 3 counter spells win the game. And as you can see, our opponent is already at 2 creatures. I think they really want to win with this, but it won't work. It will be way too slow. Deadly card. Well, this is a card, isn't it? Alright. So this is something they will try to cast on the next turn. Alright. So we have 1 Fountainport in the deck. That's something to remember. Going for the map, they want to put all those counters, because they know what the card on top is. Okay, let's go for the treasure on this turn, because we will be melding Urza on the next turn, just for the, you know, fun service. Now Get Lost is an amazing draw. Absolutely amazing draw. Listen, I should attack with fish first, but this is way too cool. Like, we are going with it. And like, we will have to counterspell something for sure. Alright, we are melding. Don't you dare, don't you dare. You are a bad person and you know about it. You absolutely know about it. Please, stop. I'm having fun with my Urza and please don't, you know, spoil the fun. Good. This is our win con. So, what do we want to do? Let's create some soldiers. Now we can block kinda 4 days. Yeah, let's go for 4/4 basically. And those fish are looking way more scary now, don't they? And this is actually 7 damage on the next turn. This is 2-turn lethal. And we still have Get Lost, right? If we have to. Yeah, so right now they can cast it. But then when they activate the reef, we kill it. And then we can rebuild. Alright, name the card. They can go for 3 steps ahead, so that's a good play for them. That's why tapping for Urza is kinda risky, like, you know, like you can lose the game if you tap 10 mana. However, we are doing the new ones, and that should be enough, honestly. And with Get Lost, they know if they activate it, they lose it. They're still going for it, sure. 14 cards. Interesting. I actually want them to tap, because that means they cannot so this is such a weird play that they're going into Get Lost, that I expected that maybe, okay, that's the 3rd Fountainport, that maybe they have a counter spell for 2 mana and they wanted to counter it, and that would be a problem for me. So that's why I wanted to give up 4 cards from my library just to make sure that they cannot make the play. They have something. Oh, okay. That was such a weird decision, right? They knew they will lose it. Alright, Soul Partition. I mean, listen. I think we're on a good track to win this game. I'll tell you that. Oh boy, when we are going full power. We are going full power. They want to go with the bird. Yep, the bird is great. And we have enough for Soul Partition anyway, so whatever they draw, it shouldn't be good enough. And yeah, I think that will be lethal. By the way, they swept the board on the last turn, just to show you the true power of Urza. Deduce, very good card, so basically 2 cards in 1 already. One is a land, second one is a scoop. I think that was a land. They had instantly no priority. Let's go for big... I told you, those fish, like, they actually do stuff. So, what do we go for? I don't want to exile anything. Just full swing here. I want to go on this guy, because that's such a bad target to remove. And also it's an artifact. So normally you want to attack with a use the Planeswalker first. But here I think we just go for the pure damage. I think that should be enough, right? And the fish was the lethal blow. I told you, this is the deadliest fish of Standard. And probably the only one. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this game. Alright, let's check it out. We have only one blue mana, and it's on pain, but we should hit more with the Deduce, right? So it should be okay. Let's go with white mana, in case we hit a natural island on the next turn. And we're against the black deck, so it should be a discard. Alright. I think we don't need to, right? We definitely won't go there. Alright, here we go. So now we probably will cycle with the Deduce, and we need to prepare 3 steps ahead. Urza's command is a nice one because it's card advantage. Let's play it in response and see what we get. Get Lost could be nice against the talent, but I think we should be able to fight it. If our opponent is playing, you know, basically 1 drop on 2 mana, they probably don't have a follow-up. We can counter the next one, or draw a card, which would be better. So I really hope I don't need to counter anything on this turn. That helps a ton, because that's my extra card. And that gives us a land, which is amazing. Alright, 5 cards. We can go to 4. But I don't think so, right? We can just Urza's command. And then we can go the Mightstone and the Weakstone on the next turn, if we want, of course. Alright, Shelly? No, not a Shelly. This is a big problem. I can kill it with the Mightstone and the Weakstone, which is okay, kinda. Or we can just make a construct, kill this, or we don't really get too much value. I think we trade card for card here, so that will be the game plan. This is a hard decision. I wanted to get a little bit more value from this, but I think we need to, you know, work with the tempo. I really hope for a land here, because that means we are getting Beza. Our opponent has less lands, right? So we only get a... Card is amazing. If they go for the negotiation, we kinda are ahead, right? At least on cards. We can discard this. 5 mana is kinda enough. Alright, I mean we are in a decent spot. If they remove this, they cannot draw a card with the Ruthless Negotiation. This is their card advantage right now. Well, this is a strong card. We definitely go for the land. Here's Urza. This could be really interesting. Alright, we have to smork, right? That's the play. Our opponent actually shouldn't block, because that makes another Beza weaker. So we could go for the Mightstone and the Weakstone, just to kill it. They have so much discard that we kinda have to, I think. Yeah. Not my favorite play, but it might be useful at some point. I would love to draw those cards, man. Alright, but this is our removal, and we still get the mana source, so moment we hit some Fountainports, Fomori, this kind of stuff, it would be great. Here's Shelly, a very, very powerful draw, and Bandit's Talent. I think we go into this, so I keep Urza because I really want to meld. This could be our answer. Do you think they have another removal? We'll definitely play this. I think on blue. Alright, this is interesting. This is interesting. I want to draw a card with this. If I play Urza, I have 5 mana. I think I need to take this risk. I think we need to risk it for 1 turn. They can discard it, but we'll get the Planeswalker. And I mean, there's no point in attacking. Alright, they need to top deck a remover right now. If they don't, we are melding Urza. Please, please don't touch my Urza. Please don't. Don't read abilities, because it makes me scared that it dies, and I really want to meld it. Alright, 1 card is not a removal. They can go for this, get our hand to 0, but that will trigger the Planeswalker. And I'm not sure if they are prepared. And we can start doing cards as well. Alright, man. I'm so scared, but if they didn't go for removal right now, it means they don't have it, right? They're going for the clue, consider... No way. Man, if he has go for the fraud, I will lose my mind right now. Alright, good for them. Good for them. They still got an extra, you know, chance to draw go for the fraud, and I don't think they have it. Like, this is such an easy cast that if they had it, they would just go for it. Alright, I mean, we are melding Urza, and that means it's way harder to... Alright, it's way harder to kill as a Planeswalker. Alright, here we go. This is the moment you waited for. Alright, we definitely need to get rid of Shelly. Like, this is, like, come on, it's Shelly. We have to get rid of it. We can start the damage. Alright, so, I really want to draw those cards. 2 Chorus Soldier artifact tokens. This is good, for example, against Liliana or something. We could go for this, but they need so much mana to make it useful. So I don't think that's the play. Sorry, this is my moment of glory. I need to make the most of it. So basically drawing 1 extra card or creating 2 creatures. This is a bit safer, but oh man, if I miss. If they play Liliana, what happens? Well, I'm in a serious trouble. Guys, I think this is the play. Oh man, this was the hardest decision of the game. Because if we lose Urza, which actually, you know, is maybe not probable, but it might happen, we will, you know, love to have some extra cards. Alright, here's the bat is okay. We can always remove everything if we really care. But I will probably just draw cards. The bat of absolute doom. I want to keep the board, you know, not easy to be cleared, because that makes all the difference. Alright, they're going for level 3. That means we are probably drawing cards. Alright, we are definitely drawing cards. And here's the power of Urza. And oh boy, those are the cards, aren't they? Alright, so I think we attack with everything. That forces some reaction, probably. And I think we are drawing more cards, man. Man, Urza is so amazing. So I could kill this and get a spider. I don't like this play. I think against this card we will just draw 3 cards a turn. It seems like a decent idea. And yeah, now we have Soul Partition, so we can save our stuff. I forgot how it works with Meld. I think you get both parts, right? I think. And because we suddenly from 0 went to 3 cards in 1 turn, the Bandit talent does. Man, I've been seeing this used against me so many times, and they never got the level 3 value. Never. Let's start with this. Because even if I have to sacrifice this card, I still get an extra value. And now we go for this guy. This is kinda okay, but not the best play ever. You know, we are still trying to hit something, but well, this is a card. But I think Soul Partition is better, simply because it protects Urza. Or Beza or whatever, like, we can do so much with this. And because we have kinda infinite cards, now even if they hit a removal, that's so mean. This is so mean, and that's why Negate is in the deck, for exactly situations like this. And that's where they lost. This was the game-winning card that was noped to oblivion, and Urza, once again, absolutely taking over the game. Alright, man, this is in... Do I win? Do I win? Let's play the Fountainport still. I think this is okay, right? 13. Good game, my friend. Exactly 13. To be absolutely honest, if I wasn't recording, I would count the lethal because it was way closer than I expected. And here's your Urza game. I hope you enjoyed this one. Alright, so this is a very weird draw. We are on the play. Oh man. I think we have to go for blue because the chance that we'll whiff on the blue color for many turns is quite high. Alright. You know what? This doesn't super hurt, because if we hit the land, we can still play the spider. Okay, that actually works. Well, I think our opponent just won the game. Well, he was too good for us to basically fight. If I miss a land, well, I hope you enjoyed this great game of Magic. Alright, we're going first, so the turn 1 will be pretty easy, the Anchorage, because it gives you both colors of mana. This one only gives you 1 color of mana, and, you know, you can miss. Like, you can draw cards like Sunfall that like requires double white or something, and you didn't have it. However, we need double blue on turn 3, so we are going with this one. I think this is a Forge deck, so we will have to counter Spell Caretaker's talent and Forge. That means we are not playing the 3 steps ahead. They usually will play it, right? Especially that we have 3 mana, so we can start making fish. And let's prepare the first counter spell. You know what? This is interesting. I'm not sure if I will hit the land. I could counter it, or I can just Soul Partition it. Alright. I will go like this. It's basically a counter spell for a very long time. We missed. We missed. So I can go 3 steps ahead, which is one of... This is unfortunate. This is one of the best cards for the matchup, right? But I can use this to cycle. I could go with the Thran Spider. I think we have to. If they go for Forge, we are in some serious trouble, but I think we can tank it, and I hope we can raise him. We can always go for Urza Meld and just remove it with -3. Of course, every single time they just have it on turn 3. I'm pretty sure they had it on the last turn as well, they just went with this one. They have spells that remove this, but do I really care? I don't think we crazy care. If they tap, you know, use another card, I'm fine with it. This could be Helix, right? That's fine, that's fine. It's still card. Alright. Okay, this is huge. I really need those draws. Alright, so we go with the Mightstone and the Weakstone on this turn. Like, we need to ramp, because we had... So the whole situation that we are seeing is due to us being mana screwed, because if I had lands every turn, I would never tap while having counter spells. So now they have their engine. So this will be a problem. However, we have some powerful tools in this deck, but definitely not on the side we wanted it to be. Alright. We will try to go for some lethal with Ezrim. So the game is completely upside down here. However, they cannot kill Ezrim probably. We need to be careful when we are playing at the end step, but I think we can get one of the clues. And here I don't think we'll block. Ezrim is too important. Unless, I mean, we tank some damage. And we burn cards, but they have... You know what? If they want to invest mana and all this stuff, I'm okay with it. So, first they take the damage, and now they will start the offensive, right? Alright, let's prepare. And I actually will use the clue first. Let's sacrifice this one. We take the hexproof, they cast something else, then we do it again and again probably. So I think we will sacrifice up to 3. Another. And see, now they're... Oh, they don't have more. And now they lost basically their whole turn on this. I mean, lifelink, you know? Lifelink. It's about lifelink. Another Forge. Man, they are good at Magic. This is the only card that basically kills their opponent, so if they don't draw it, they do nothing, kinda. Alright, we have Urza. We can do a lot, so can I melt on this turn? We have 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 1 more mana, man. 1 more mana. I can use the treasure and use 3 steps ahead to counter spell. I really should go for the lifelink, but I need mana. Okay. I think I know. Man, this will be so close. Just because of his insane draw. Like, they always draw it so quickly, it's crazy. Like, you have only 4 cards like this in the whole deck. Like, how many times you missed 1 3 steps ahead that you play 4 of? Alright, Fountainport, that's okay. They will draw cards, that's a problem. But I think we can double -3, both forges. Alright. This improves the lethal. I could deny it, but then I'm not sure. I want the counterspell more than anything else. That's okay, because they're going all in on this token strategy, and we will try to kill both forges. We can also make no, blockers are a bit slow, right? Because this has trample. This is legendary, right? Just making sure. Alright, 9 damage, quite a lot, not gonna lie. But we could go for Get Lost. They will get cards, but they need to tap mana. You know what? In the end, I will go for this play. I think we should have enough mana. So we deny a lot of damage on this turn. We take 3. Yeah, I'm trying to figure a plan that will get us out of the speaker. We can absolutely do it, but it will be a bit hard. Let's make a treasure. And I don't think we do this. We just go for the treasure. We could also exile the Caretaker's Talent and the Big Forge. This is an interesting play, because then we deny so much mana that they invested. Alright. I really don't want to go for the lifelink. Alright, let's go for the big play. Man, there are so many options. I want Demolition Field, I want Fountainport, I want all of those. Still, let's go for this. This sounds like a good mana. They cannot answer the Meld. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know what the math was on my part there. Alright. So I really have to go for this one. The Big Forge has to go. That's the first. I could make 2 tokens. Because 2 tokens will be a fodder for the lifelink as well. And it costs 0. I could also get rid of this forge. They will draw a lot of cards, but that's it. That means we are losing Urza though. Like for sure. If we remove the Caretaker's Talent, maybe we can just raise them straight up. I think this is okay. Fish is 3-3, but it's not enough to go through the lifelink. I actually should attack first. We don't know if they have priority because of all the lands, but it feels like priority. No blockers. Alright. Let's go for the white mana. I really want the lifelink. And I'm sacrificing the Power Stone for it. Let's see. They might have the answer, but I don't think they do. 5 is a huge swing. It's basically 10 damage difference. So if they have removal, they would probably play it right now. Alright. So we exchanged life totals, basically. That's fine. I wonder if they will go for Urza. Like, Urza is dead with this play. With double -3, we cannot protect it with all the, flute of tokens. However, we got rid of all the forges from the whole deck. And at least the ones that he has drawn, but he shouldn't have more, honestly. So they wanted to combine, basically. Right, so they want to go full face, while also removing the Planeswalker, which is okay. Oh, Sunfall. They had all of this. Man, their answers are really good this game. Not only they drew way above average Forge, but they answered everything so far, and we got Mana Scroot, which is the reason the Forges came into the battlefield in the first place. Like, if we didn't get Mana Scroot, they would never, they would be countered by those 2 cards. So, really unfortunate so far. How can we go around it? I think I want to start attacking with the Anchorage. This is super good here. And I might make an upkeep stop. Alright, we attack. We need to grow the bird, so it can be threatening for the lethal. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So, if we hit right, of course. And we can use 1 Fountainport for sure. Alright, that's it. We can also draw a land. Deduce. It's not a bad card. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, so we can make a fish, or we can use Demolition Field. I think we wait until the end step. Yeah, they're going full aggro mode on us. They will try to finish the game as soon as possible. So I made an upkeep stop in case I want to heal the Fountainport, but it doesn't make sense because they can just answer. So it's kind of the same. Archangel Elspeth, we can counter her. Then they will go for the Ox. And this is like 6 or 7 damage, 7 I think. Potentially 9 with the map tokens. I still think it's worth it, right? Elspeth is super threatening here. Man, double payment. Oh man, we actually also never drew a natural, you know, white land in the whole game. Man, this draw is way above average. Okay. What? GGO. Alright guys, before we go into the deck, alright, because I already know what I'm getting in the comments. Oh, Sloth, you misplayed. I'll be honest, I did. The last game, when I was watching together with you, because when I added videos, I watched them. Fully. Every single game I played and I watch it. It's fun, I promise. So I actually noticed that I made a lot of misplays in the last game. So the idea is that I kinda honestly gave up a little bit when I missed the land. I already knew that I'm so behind against the Forge. Forge should not be there. It was there and it was game ending because it was a little bit too fast. So I kind of gave up mentally, to be honest, and I tried to play from behind, but it's so hard. However, first, bad decision. I didn't counter the talent. I soul partitioned it. I thought I will have more space in the mid game, but our opponent was so ruthless. I never got a free turn, ever, during rest of the game. So I actually should counter it. That would solve one of the problems. Second, when I finally had Urza, I think... and the big blunder. I think I should have get lost the Caretaker's talent, because I think I went for the token that kinda mitigated the same damage nearly that the buffed talent version would give because of this +2/+2 on level 3. So I actually should instantly go for the Caretaker's talent, so they cannot level it up, so they cannot draw cards, and the Forge tokens are smaller. That would solve one of the problems. So when I cast Urza, I would double -3 and get rid of the Forges. And maybe, I'm not sure, because we won the game in the end, right? Our opponent just played Lockdown and scooped. I'm not sure what happened, to be absolutely honest. Maybe they thought that we have more value. I honestly consider that I should lose this game. We won, but it felt like a loss. So, I'm giving you excuses like it was a lost game, because I think we should lose that one. And yeah, the get lost was a big mistake, and in the end I should maybe... I had also a choice of protecting Urza. If I made the tokens, I realized that Ox doesn't have trample, Fish doesn't have trample, and the token that they had with Forge could be blocked with our Ezrim, right? So there was a small chance we could protect Urza. Maybe that was the better plan. So yeah, a lot of small misplays, and honestly, they snowballed into a win. So obviously, if I win, that means I made no mistakes, and that was a perfect game. Alright, and before we go into the deck itself, man, that was a long intro to outro. I want to say a huge thank you to all the amazing Patreon supporters that makes game like this possible on this channel every single day. Thank you guys, and I hope you are enjoying the content. And if you aren't a member of the Patreon, check it out. Maybe you will like it. Maybe you will want to have decks before everyone else. So guys, what about this deck? I honestly really enjoyed it. However, before we go into, the whole deck review, this kind of stuff, I feel responsible because this is a rare. I love it. I loved it from the time it was printed. But it's probably not the best card in this slot, alright? Definitely hard to play. The construct is tapped, so you cannot ambush with this, and it can be slow. I really like the card. I think it has a bit lower power level than other 4-drops that you should be probably playing here. However, it's really fun card. It fits the deck perfectly. It's just not strong enough. However, I really enjoy it. So, if you want the full experience, take Urza's command. If you want to be more competitive, probably there's something better flavor that can fit here. Not sure what, but I'm sure there is something. Even, you know, this 3 mana, you know, draw 2 cards, discard 1 and create Power Stone, maybe that's something. I had too many 3-drops, so I couldn't replay it. That was the decision. So yeah, I really enjoyed the card still. You get extra value every time, and it lets you create stuff at the end step, especially the Power Stone into Construct is super nice synergy, just because you create, you know, more mana for your next turn that your opponent wasn't prepared for, and you also can have something that grows. So, you know, you create a 2/2 at the end step, then you play Spider, or, you know, Mightstone into Spider, suddenly it's a 5/5 already swinging in your opponent. And then it's not like he cannot kill it. Of course he can, but that will cost him the next turn, and then he cannot respond to your Mightstone, Weakstone, which lets you to set up the better plays for the future. So I really like this kind of gameplay. However, you know, this probably should go. I wasn't sure about, you know, Starfall Invocation against Sunfall, mostly because this creates an artifact, and we have so many synergies with the artifact. We can use the Power Stones to activate the token basically for free, which means sometimes on 5 mana you cast Sunfall and use 2 Power Stones to get a free creature after the sweeper. That's a big deal, and that's why I kinda am leaning towards Sunfall in this deck, especially that we don't really want to give card for a Thran Spider because its Power Stone probably not worth it. It's all about Beza and Urza. However, sometimes if you can, you know, sweep the board while having Urza, one card is worth it because you are melding on the next turn, and man, it's worth way more than one card, you know. So the synergy with the lance is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this gameplay, and you have always so much to do. Fomori Vault didn't showcase itself too much in this video, but the Fountainport definitely did, and you have just so many synergies. And I like Negate. Man, Negate combined with Urza. The reason we are playing Negate is just because it's cheaper, and you know that they have to kill it. Moment you transform, they have 1 turn to get rid of it, or they lose the game. So if you have this 1 Negate for 1 extra mana cheaper than 3 steps ahead, you are golden, and you are probably winning the game. Ezrim was a nice experiment because of how many artifacts we have. We have all those Power Stones, treasures, you know, stuff like this. We can also use the mana from Power Stones and the Mightstone, sorry, for flipping, to activate the ability. So you don't really pay anything, and you have plenty of artifacts. So this can win the game. Did it perform? In one game that maybe it could win the game, I think I didn't use it to full extent. It's actually hard, you know, card to make decisions around. You like Vigilance, you like Hexproof, and you like Lifelink, so you need to choose wisely. But I like the card. I think if there's a place, this deck is definitely a place for it. So yeah. That's kinda it. I really hope you enjoyed this, guys. That was a super fun deck, and I'm a huge fan of melding. I would love to, you know, meld Mishra, but I'm not sure if I'm strong enough. I'm not sure. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, tell me what you think in the comments, and see you guys tomorrow.